The case of a young Chinese woman who fell into a state of losing her autonomy can be analyzed as a prime example of the disappearance of liquidity. In finance, liquidity is not just cash. It is the ability to buy time, create more options, and postpone permanent decisions. In the stock market, professional investors understand that the biggest risk is not price volatility, but the inability to act when necessary. When an asset becomes illiquid, all risk management strategies become meaningless. Unable to sell, unable to adjust, unable to wait, the outcome is usually predetermined. This principle also applies directly within the legal system. When an individual is no longer able to buy time, access legal assistance, or create more options for themselves, the system enters a state of coercive decision-making. In that state, the outcome no longer depends on the quality of the argument, but on the speed and control of the system. From a financial perspective, this is a familiar scenario. Major market crises often don't begin with massive losses, but with a liquidity crunch. When parties can no longer delay decisions, every small mistake is amplified into a devastating loss. This girl's story illustrates a striking parallel. When time is no longer a readily available resource, personal choices are narrowed. Decisions made in illiquid environments are often decisive and irreversible. In financial risk management, large organizations always maintain a time buffer through capital reserves, restructuring capabilities, and market access. The goal is not to avoid all risks, but to ensure that when risks do arise, they still have enough time to react. The legal system, in theory, is also designed to create similar time buffers. Multi-step processes, the right of review, and oversight mechanisms exist to prevent permanent decisions from being made under conditions of insufficient information or excessive time pressure. When these buffers are depleted or disappear, the system becomes vulnerable. In finance, this leads to drafts and chain reactions of collapse. In society, it can lead to controversial and difficult to repair outcomes. The lessons learned from both fields are clear. A safe system needs not only the right rules, but also the liquidity of the option. The ability to delay, reconsider, and expand the option is key to mitigating extreme risk. This case analysis does not merely recount a personal tragedy. It underscores a universal principle. When time and choice are limited, risk increases faster than any predictive model. In the stock market, maintaining liquidity helps investors survive crises. In a legal system, the preservation of time and choice determines the degree of fairness of the entire structure.